Bharat Sahodia, Dr. Abdul Salam sir. He is an iconic educationist who is on a stride to make a difference in the education system in India. He is a renowned face now. We all know him so well. He holds many qualifications, including a management degree. He has many feathers in his cap and has also made his institution shine. Under his able leadership, his school has also bagged many laurels. I can only say that an honest and effective work in the right direction is always rewarded. And Dr. Salam's achievements as a professional, school principal, and Bharat Sahodia General Secretary are an example of it. We all are witnessing the success story of Bharat Sahodia, which is being written by none other than Dr. Salam. A hearty welcome to you, sir. And now I invite you to address the audience. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, and good evening and hearty welcome to each and everyone present here. We know that you have not come to listen to me or our team members. Everybody has come to listen to the resource person today. We have consumed 15 minutes of your time. We will next time try to be as brief as possible, because we value your time, and especially you're spending a lot of data, which is you're reserving for your classes as well. And this session I thought would be very useful, because classes are going online. And I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Najit Kaur for offering this session to us. Without wasting much of our time, we listen to Dr. Najit Kaur. Abha ma'am, please be quick introducing.
Sure, sir. Shibu sir is there, sir. Shibu sir is there today.
No. Please go ahead, Dr.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Of course, the time is precious. So now I take utmost pleasure in welcoming and introducing our respected resource person for today's session, Dr. Narjeet Kaur. Looking at her qualifications and achievements, I can only say that she's an inspirational and influential personality. These webinars are not just about content knowledge, but also about getting inspired by the iconic personalities like her. Dr. Narjeet Kaur is a creative, resourceful teacher with 15 years of varied instructional experiences and vast experience of last 6 years in digital education. She is a resource person and guest speaker for AIEF, CBSE, and various other international boards. She is a published author, Microsoft Certified Innovative Teacher, Google Certified Teacher Level 1 and Level 2, Google Certified Trainer, recipient of 5 prestigious awards for work in the field of education. Raconteur and podcast creator, blogger, soft skill trainer, career coach, image consultant, and there are many more to count, dear participants. But as we have already taken a lot of time, so I'm not going to read out all those things. It's a huge list, dear friends, and really it's overwhelming and pleasurable for us to have ma'am with us today. So without further ado, I welcome our respected guest for today and invite her to take the session further. Over to you, Dr. Narjeet Kaur. Thank you, ma'am, for your presence. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Abha ma'am. Thank you so much for introducing me. That was a lovely introduction. And as Dr. Salam said, that we're already running out of time. So let me get on to sharing my screen. And in the meantime, when I'm sharing my screen, definitely when Abha ma'am talked about, she talked about kite flying, and she talked about a lot of other things that we do. So what is the kind of energy that we are getting from there? There are so many children are doing what? They're having fun. And they're also learning what? Manage the wind, find out the difficulties, which side the kite to be taken to, and they're having a lot of vigor and strength. And jaise Abha ma'am ne kaha na, manja and patang. So they are having a lot of healthy competition also. So there are so many things in a small activity like this also. They are enjoying thoroughly. They are having a lot of good time, right? So I am Dr. Narjeet, administrator, at the GHPS Kalkaji, New Delhi. As Abha ma'am already introduced, very quickly, I am a Google Certified Educator Level 1 and 2 and a certified trainer, as well as innovator, freshly minted innovator as such. And today we're going to talk about gamification in teaching and learning. So in the educational realm, I will say that gamification is already starting to pick up a lot of steam, right? We have so many success stories like Classcraft, like Class Jojo, like Resley. They are all leading the charge, and the potential for the gamification to spread to more and more classroom is the only conclusion I can draw out of all these activities. There are pocket of educators, including me, like me, who are trying to design their own gamefully designed learning teaching environments in their classes. So in today's session, we're going to talk a lot about the strategies to be applied to gamify our classrooms and the edtech tools that we can use to do that. See, we have a whole plethora of different games and tools to use, all kinds of different tools that we can use, all kinds of different strategies that we can use to make gamification, to make your classrooms a lot of fun, a lot of engagement. And I just want to start a little about what is gamification all about, and then we can get to all the things that we are going to talk about, like edtechs and strategies. So when I heard the word gamify first time, so what came to my mind was, what is gamification all about? Playing games in the class? Of course, it is going to be playing games in the class. Of course, it is going to be gamifying learning. But you are going to take elements of the class also that might not typically be a game, but turning that into gamification, like, for example, a group work, behavior management, lots of other things that cannot be gamified. Behavior management and attendance and all these things are not going to be taken in the gamification mode. But if you can try, if you can do, definitely it is going to turn your classroom into a very, very, very interactive thing. And learning on the job, what gamification is all about, learning on the job, which can be a very effective way of cementing the skills. See, whenever we are going to talk about in the session, I'm going to talk about 3 words very frequently, which is going to be knowledge, skills, and aptitude, attitude. These are the 3 categories we are going to talk about. So whenever we are going to talk about lessons, whenever we talk about classes, we really have to, think about these things, and something that can cement these skills and that knowledge by applying into practical scenarios is what gamification does in our classes. So it enhances the level of students' engagement, similar to what traditional games do, right? It's not that I'm not saying that you can only have, edtech gamification in the class. You can have traditional games also. I have already done a session someplace else wherein we turn our traditional games bring traditional games in the class, and then gamify the classrooms along with the other elements that are present there. So gamification is all about having fun in the class and turning it into a class which is more engaging, more interested. There are so many models of gamification. I'm not going to talk about the models because this is another session in its own arena and in its own field. There are so many models of gamification. Multiple models are available, like vertical planning, small group, station based. All these models depend upon what kind of a classroom do you have. Are you in a hybrid classroom? Are you in a blended classroom? Are you in a physical classroom? So all the models are going to depend upon what kind of classroom you're having. For example, just a small example of station-based activities. Like, for example, in the station-based activity, in this approach, the teachers are going to divide the content and then the student. Each teacher teaches the content to one group, then repeats the instructions to the other group. Then she comes back to the first group to check. So when we are in a hybrid mode, what is this? Half of the class is online, half the class is physical. Right now, definitely with the third wave hitting us very bad, we have gone all online. But if we are in a hybrid mode or all online mode also, these things are going to be very, very effective, because these strategies and these models, they give a chance to your students to work independently. And then we cannot go to a class without a plan. So whenever we are going to talk about a template or a model or a system of how gamification can be applied, remember it is very, very important for us to learn three things: learning objectives, outcomes, and rubrics. Learning objectives means like they are the brief statements that describe what the student is going to be expected to learn by the end of a school year or a course or a unit or a class or a project, even a small 45 minutes class period. So these objectives are the academic goals that the teachers have to establish for the students who are working towards meeting more comprehensive standards. Learning outcomes, as the statements describes, they are going to have the knowledge that you have given to the children, the skills that you have tried to give to them, all of them, how they are going to be acquired by the end of a particular assignment or a lesson, and how it is going to be useful for them. And rubric, as we know, it is very, very important. It is a kind of scoring guide which is used to evaluate performance or a product or a project. It has three parts. Let's see what parts are going to be defined by the rubrics and what part are we going to see when we are defining rubrics. So in rubrics, what do we have is we have, if you can see my screen, for the rubrics to be designed, for the rubrics to take place, right? We have three sections, which is very, very important. So what is rubric going to look like? See, it is going to look like this, wherein the criteria, on the left side, you have this criterion 1, 2, 3, left side, you have a criteria which describes the key element of the work of the student. And then there are scales to measure that on the scale of 4, on the scale of 3, on the scale of 2, and on the scale of 1. How are you going to develop a rubric? See, here it is. For 5 points, for 3 points, for 1 point, for 0 points. For example, you have given a project to the child, right? You have given a project, make a project on animals of India, right? Now, every child will make a project according to its own knowledge, skill, sensibility, everything. But if the child is not clear about how am I going to be tested on that, that is something that is not fair to the children. You must tell them that the project has to be, it has to meet the expectations of this. It should include these many animals only. You should not go beyond this. And it has to be animals from all around the country. It has to be elements from across the country. What all you can include, what all should not be included, all those kinds define the rubric. So see, in this rating scale, for example, this is what you are going to give to the children when you are designing a project or designing any kind of an activity for them. Who is going to get 5 points? Who is going to get a full 4 on 4 score? The frequency is that you always submit it in time. Accuracy is there aren't going to be any errors. Content, what the content I have given you, it should be fully developed. It should be fully supported. Who are going to get a 3? Those who have given most of the requirements of the project, but not all. Or 2 number kisko milne wale, 2 points, some of the requirements. And then if you have not included any of the requirement or only a few, very few or none, you're going to get a 1, because 0 is something that I am very, very against. I am really very sharply against zeros, and I never include zeros in my rubrics for all, even if they have given 5 lines in a project. Encouragement is something that we are always looking for in the children. So maybe next time they can do more developed project. You have to support them. So this is what the rubrics is all about. And this is how we design that. This should be a design of the rubric. And how are you going to allot those rubrics? There is a very, I might say, a beautiful edtech tool for that, which is Ruby Star. This tool helps us to design. You just have to sign in and then see all these topics are available for you wherever you want to sign or wherever you want to design a template based on a rubric. For example, you want to do that for writing skills or for reading skills. So I click on writing skills here, and then I come to all these projects or these kind of projects that you can allot them. You can give them a digital storytelling. You can make a game, a poster, newspaper, timeline, a web design, anything that you want to give them. For example, I am going to allot them a digital storytelling. So when I have to go, and you do not have to worry about what all should I give, because digital storytelling is a new thing. Not new, but something that has been talked about more as of now, because we've gone online. So if you do not know about what all points or criteria or the terms that I might use to define my rubrics for digital storytelling, here it is. See, here you have to choose what should be the first category. Maybe the voice or the images. Of course, in digital storytelling, images are a must. So who is going to get 4 points? The one images created in a distinct atmosphere that matches different parts of the story. Who gets a 3 point? That the images are going to communicate something, but not as much if the story telling or the images that are given are not according to the parts of the story that you are supposed to be giving, then you are going to get 3 points. This is how rubrics are designed. Next category you can choose is maybe in the same project, duration of project or presentation also matters. So if you have given a length that your storytelling or digital storytelling should not be more than 4 minutes, then the length is 4 minutes, 4 points, 3 minutes or beyond also 4 minutes. If it goes 5 to 6 also, then you are not going to get all 4, you're going to get 3. So this is a very beautiful tool to design the rubric and give it to the children. This is one of the learning objective also. So what is the learning objective that you are giving to the children? That by the end of this project, you should be able to submit your project according to these points that are given here, these points that are mentioned. So we start, and there are many more tools that help us devise, design, and give the, give the rubrics to the children, right? Now, there are going to be strategies also. You have to design your activities according to, am I going to assign a group work today? Because the activities that are designed for group work are a little different from individual activities, because with group work comes collaboration, a lot of collaboration. So what sort of collaboration are you looking for? Are you looking for a peer group? Are you looking for a huge group? And you can allot these according to, because we know our children very well. We know that this child will work with his friend best, not in a bigger group. So you can design your activities according to the personality of the child as well. And that has to be strategized in the gamification of the class. You cannot leave any child behind. You cannot say that this child is not interested in a group work, so I have to give group work to everybody. You do or you don't. It's not my, no, you cannot say that. It is not your problem. Every child is our responsibility. If the child is not comfortable with group work, design an individual activity for them. Design a peer group for them. And this is how we strategize gamification in the class, because we have to design activity for every child, every child. Now, as I say, ice-breaking activities. When you start a class, or especially when we are going to, now almost the session is going to be completed in another 2 months. And then in the mid of March, we are going to enter a new session. We are going to enter a new class. The teacher is going to be new for the children, and for the teachers, the children are going to be new. There are so many activities. Any lesson that you introduce in the class, any new lesson, any new content, any new poem, any new project, anything that you want to introduce in the class, it's very important that the children should warm up to that, right? The children should warm up to that. So for that, there is a very, very, a very convincing, and I will say, this is the way we gamify. We make them learn and we make them play. So one activity is this, where
Narjeet ma'am, are you there?
it gets loaded. Let's see if I can do word wall here. So word wall is another activity, or word wall is another kind of, another kind of website and an edtech tool for gamification. This is my favorite. And you can use this. I'm going to play this game with you. I'm going to start and let's see if we get answers as I start the game. So this is about adding a pronoun to the list. Okay, I'm going to spin it and let's see if we get some answers. And this is going to be very interactive. And this is how the children have to be made interested in any activity that you do. You have to make them learn pronouns, gamify pronouns, and this is how they will learn it. I'm going to spin it and let's see. So which pronoun is going to be added here? The girls were late, so the teacher scolded dash. Fill up. And the students, when they will play this, you can share the link of this game also. You can do both ways. You can share the link of this game with the children. The children will play on their own, at their own pace also, and on their own systems also. And as they play, ask them to write the answers. The one who writes the answers first is going to get a prize, or it will be announced in the class. Or you can play this game on your screen and invite answers like I am doing. So the girls were late and the teacher scolded. Let me see in the chat if I am getting any answers. Everybody's right. Everybody's right. Let me play this. And then we have a different kind of buttons here with which we can eliminate the response that we have already got, because that is going to be eliminated or deleted from the wheel. And now I spin the wheel again and let's see the next question. What comes up on your screen, which is, this book has many interesting pictures and stories, full stop, dash, like it very much. Now here you are going to get multiple answers depending upon, here you can check the knowledge, skills again, aptitude, attitude, perception of the child also. And let me see in the chat what answers am I getting. I, we, they. So many answers. We're getting so many answers here. Technology. Is technology an answer here? Really? Is technology a pronoun? No, it is not. But yes, interesting answer. As I said, no child should be left behind. So if it is technology, then let's dig into the the perception of the child. Why technology is a pronoun? Maybe he has a very interesting answer to that as well. Be ready, be open for beautiful opinions. So this is one example. If I come to Free Rise, okay, my site has opened. Now this site is of English vocabulary, which is UNWFP, which is World, it is an educational trivia game, as we call, that helps you get smarter while making a difference for the people around the world. So every question that you give to the child and every correct answer that the child marks or triggers, it gives a grain or donates a grain of rice to the people who are suffering. These payments, in this game, these payments are represented by grains of rice. So by playing freebie with your children, you are generating the money also. What are you telling them? What are you teaching them? That sharing is caring, that there are people who are not as blessed as you are. So let's do something for them. And in the meantime, we are going to gamify our classroom also. How? Few means what? Okay, can I get the answers in chat? Few means not many. Absolutely. Let's mark not many. I have done a lot of sessions on the same, and teachers really enjoy doing that in their classrooms. Now, after I have it, I have built a rapport with the students and fostered a productive learning environment in the class. I have to get a lesson plan design for gamification. You cannot go to the class without a plan, without a lesson plan. So how do I construct a template or a lesson plan design that is going to help me design a gamified class, right? Now, first, the first phase in that game plan or in that template is engaging or evoking. brainstorming, engaging them, evoking them. The purpose of this is actually to elicit the response from the student, elicit to check their prior knowledge. What are you curious about? What do you wonder? What do you often think about? So whenever that stimulates the interest, and you gather also the diagnostic data to inform the teaching and learning. So each unit, when it begins with a lesson that mentally engages the children, you can ask them an activity, you can give them a something that interests them. It actually gives them what is engaging doing. It is giving them an opportunity to express what they know about the concept, and then building that skill which they have already acquired in the previous classes, building knowledge on top of those skills, and then cementing the knowledge, right? So they are going to build on the new ideas, and I have a few edtech tools for that. See, Answer Garden is one of them. Answer Garden is a very important tool, wherein what do I do is I give a few questions. I give a basic question to the child. I give a basic question. What are the qualities essential for being a scientist? The child has given me all these answers: curiosity, patience, determination. And when I have gathered those responses from the children, what have I made? I have made a beautiful word cloud. Vocabulary building, as simple as that. You cannot make vocabulary building easier than this, wherein the child is required to give 5 answers. Quality is essential. Give me 5 words. And out of those 5 words from each child, even if there are 30 children in the class, how many I'm really bad at math. So 30 into 5, 150 words you have built on the screen. You can take a screenshot of this. You can download it in the form of a picture. You can download it in the form of a PDF and give it to the children in their Google Classroom or in a WhatsApp or whichever LMS you are using. Isn't the child building on 150 words? I'm not saying that they have to keep on learning or, practicing in the same day. On the same day, they have to do everything. But isn't the child practicing those 150 vocabulary words? The data input is getting enriched in the entire process. You have Padlet also for this. You have a Padlet, a very beautiful tool again, which many of us might be using also. So in a Padlet, what do? I can design a question. I can upload a link from my lesson. I can upload my YouTube link. I can upload the link of the video maybe that I have prepared. I can upload a picture. I can do as many things. And then I want a response. This is a very beautiful summer holiday homework also, if you can give to the children. In the process, you are saving yourself checking time, marking the scripts and marking the homework. We say that we have to work smart. So this Padlet is one way of working very smart for teachers, wherein what you are doing is you are giving them a question and eliciting the responses from them, right? So this is the picture. What is this picture about? See the picture and answer the question. And the child will say, this is Taj Mahal, or this is a famous monument, it is in UP, it is in Agra, whatever the child responds, one after the other. There's so many formats. I'm not going to go into the details of the looks and formats, but this is one way of gamifying your class as well. And here on, you can keep on giving them more, see here, you can give them a picture, you can give them a link, you can give them so many things you can design for them. This is as I said, a summer holiday homework also, if you can design for them. Beautiful homework. And in the same, I am going to give you a participation link. If I have a little time, do I have a little time, sir? Can I give a participation link to my participants? I am going to post it in the chat box and see if I get a word cloud from you. So this is a link of Mentimeter, which is another beautiful edtech tool to elicit response from the children. So, describe the first thing that comes to your mind when I say heaven, and the children are going to enter the words. You can always make them understand that you can always give a limit to already 2 words, 3 words, 4 words, 5 words, 10 words, 15 words, 1 word also. So you can always limit them, right? So if you have God, peace, fairy, oh, beautiful, this is perception. All I say is, so if you can enter and if you can play it with this, you are going to gamify your class pretty well, right? So now the next item in the template, or the next phase in the template, as I say, is explore and engross. Now, what is exploring? The students in this phase, okay, sorry, here we are. The students in this phase, they carry out a hand-on investigation, which they can explore the concept or the skill. They grapple with the problem or the phenomena or the concept that you have just introduced, and then describe it in their own words. I will not always say words, because now is the time for drawings also, Google Drawings and art and integrations and everything. So it is not only words that they're going to describe that in. Even if they make something for you, that is also absolutely fine. So this is a phase which I say is characterized by multiple opportunities for the students to experience hands-on learning, right? So puzzle creator is one very beautiful example. These are all the, so whatever you're seeing on my screen now, after conduct researches and reading articles, conducting field works, this is all are examples of exploring, how the teachers can use these tools for exploring. And the EdTech tools are on the in the third column, I might say, of the table that you can see on your screens. If you can pin your screens also, all these are the tools. I am just taking a few because few are in blue. That means I've created links for them, and I've created some examples for you to see for yourself, a real-time experience as to how the child is going to feel when they go on and see these things happening, right? So what you can do is, for this exploration phase, you can make them watch videos, you can make them read articles, you can make them listen to podcasts also, make observation, maybe a simple activity as interviewing a family member as well. So puzzle creator, see, if I go to puzzle creator, if it is, this is a puzzle and you can create a lot of things in the puzzle. How you can create a puzzle, tell me. How you can use, if I can get in the chat box also from my teachers, how do you think the puzzle making activity can be used by English teachers or by science teachers? How can we do that? I will, yes, Sushmita, definitely I will share the links of all the tools that I'm sharing. Salam sir will give me a way out, and definitely I will bring all these tools to you. World building, conjunctions, there are so many things that we are going to do, right? See Harry Potter on your screen. Children are going to be thrilled with Harry Potter when they see it on their screens. So I'm going to start it and see. I have given them puzzles. These puzzle pieces can be according to the age group of the child. I want only 4 puzzle pieces. I want 3 puzzle pieces to make it easier, to make it medium, to make it harder. Because for me, special children are also gifted ones. Not only the people, the special children for me are not only those children who understand things, who take time in understanding. Special children for me are those also who understand better, quicker than others. They are gifted. So you have to design, keep in mind, these activities are not only for, they are for all categories of children. So you have to take into consideration all the categories when you're designing. So this is a big puzzle piece. There are 7 to 8. You can give it to the genius bachas. You can give it to the brighter bachas. 10 pieces. You can give it to the all right ones, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, and so on. So I'm just going to go into the into solving it. Let's see when it gets solved, when the children are able to puzzle, design how the puzzle is going to work, and this is how they are going to get it. If I restart, if the child wants to restart, they can always restart the things and restart the game. And this is for sharing link. This is the link of the game that you can do. You can play it again. And this time, maybe I'll try to arrange it, see how it looks. Okay, this is not fine. This is not adjusting. This is also not adjusting, so on and so forth. This is how we play, and this adjusted. Very interesting, simple. Then there is a puzzle creator example also. See, this is one example of, this is class 10th grade book. Who's going to tell me? Who's going to tell me what I'm going to do in the puzzles? See, English teachers, 10th class 10 grade, grade 10 will be able to do this very fine. And see what I do. This is a small video of the puzzle that I have created. Amn't I asking them to recognize the character from a lesson and making a character, and then a famous quote of it? Anybody? and a frag, as simple as that, right? So you can take out characters, you can take out, science teachers can do that with diagrams, body parts, digestive systems, so many things you can do, and that will be more appropriate, wherein they will be able to recognize a body part, put the puzzles together and make it work, right? Then there is another one, I just want to very quickly go to this website and then I'll come back very, very quickly to this website. Okay, I'm not logged in here. As I said, with smarter children, what do? They are really smart. You give them extra work. These are the pre-designed activities in Tween Tribune. Pre-designed activities for every grade, K to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 12, Spanish, Tech, Hindi, English, everything is there. You just have to go and assign, right? Could you handle the harshest winter on earth, or the science of keeping New Year's resolution? Very smart. Tell the children to read this article, and then you can design a quiz on that. So this is again another useful activity. There are so many topics, animals, as simple as animals, as as difficult as technology or tweens or whatever. So these are very, very beautiful ways of making engrossing children in the class. The third phase is explanation. How is the how is the teacher going to explain, elucidate the content? Okay, she can have a live presentation, she can have a video conference, she can have recorded videos. For recording videos, teachers, there are so many tools, Screencastify, Loom, Flipgrid, so many things are there which you can use. There are so many, even as simple as Google Drive. So what you have to do is go to your Drive, upload something, and then give them the link of how to elucidate. And just a moment, then we have slide deck is one, because I'm a Google certified trainer and innovator, I use Google Apps a lot because they are beautiful collaboration things. So if I have to explain, for example, there is a poem in class 12 for English, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. So if I have to explain it, rather than taking out a text and digging into the book and doing all these things, what I can do is I can make a small or a presentation for the children, wherein I'm going to introduce the objectives. As I said, learning objectives are very, very important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the objectives, then develop sensitivity, which is enhancing vocabulary. Then I'm going to maybe introduce the poet, who was she, and when was she born, where was she born, what she did. And then you can test the previous knowledge. As I said, first part, explore, engage, right? Elicit responses from the children. You can test their previous knowledge here, and then explanation part of the poem. So I can design a beautiful slide deck for my purpose. I can do a video also, I can do a slide deck also, so on and so forth. And we come to the last part, which is elaborate and expand. So what is elaborating and expanding? This is an opportunity for the children to apply what they have learned in new situations outside their classes also, so that they can develop a deeper understanding of the concept, or a greater use of the skills that you have tried to give to them. It is very important. This investigation phase is very important to build the student capability for the skills, for inquiry skills, and constructing meaningful context. Right? Jamboard is my favorite, one of my favorites, wherein in Jamboard you design activities for the children. This can be for a group of children, collaborative activity. This can be for, as I said in my second slide itself, or in my third slide itself, it is very important for you to decide what kind of activities do you want. Do you want a group activity? Do you want individual? So here it is, unjumble. Just unjumble the word. Just a moment. Yeah, unjumble the word, and this is the activity that you can design for them in the Jamboard. So what he said, I don't speak Chinese, I don't understand even enough. So what you have to do is you have to design an activity which is going to construct. I see Dr. Salam on the screen. Sir, I'm going to wrap up in another 5-10 minutes, definitely.
No, madam, you can go on, please. It is your time.
All right, I saw you. I thought you were going to give me a stinker of the timer. All right, sir, I'll go on then. So in the next one, see here, I am going to design a vocabulary building activity. or a small grammar activity for small children, Pictionary as we call. This is for primary school, maybe. This is for the primary school. So who is she here? Who is he here? Is used with what? They is used with what? Are is used with what? Where is the cake? They are eating. She is eating. They are going to be eating. All kinds of concepts. So ask the children, I have a picture, just drag and drop the boxes. So what is going to, she is eating cake, right? He is eating cake. And then if I combine both of them, then they are eating the cake. And this is a very beautiful exercise that you can design for smaller children also. And never misjudge the capability of the child. They are very smart. अगर आप उनको सिखाएंगे, वो एक दिन में ये activity करना सीखेंगे. I am an administrator in the school. I have to look after all the categories, all the grades of the children. And mind you, I have tried my teacher. I have given this activity for class 2 also for my teachers to try. Children have done it, right? So here we are. Now that was for primary section. Maybe this we can use for middle school, wherein you are giving them a picture and then you are giving them a box. So what I have to do in this box is use the, use these, what do you call, all the hint that is there, the hint in the drop box. You can form your own hints also. This is a, skin colored box wherein you can write your own hints. It is a collaborative activity. Right? Here is the drop box wherein I have given you the hint the teacher has given. Here the children can use their own hints. They can see the picture and then make a descriptive paragraph out of that. They see the picture, they see the hints. This is how CBSE tests the children as well. So this is a very collaborative activity. You can all ask 4 or 5 children to combine and make when you share the link of this Jamboard with them, all of them will be able to work on this Jamboard together. And that is one of the 4 skills, as we call the 4 C's: collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, and communication. 4 C's, one of the bases which Google has given us and which we need to establish is collaboration, which children are going to do with these activities really, really well. Then we have online puzzles, and this is one H5P. This is one tool which I find a very, very strong tool wherein I can do what? I can make a small clip. I make a small clip of a video. I add questions in between. So as the children are watching the video, they have to answer. See how it plays. Now the children see the clip and then fill in the blank with the correct form. The young budding photographer clicks picture. What do you have to write? Should be the correct grammar? I'm going to write click. See, let me see in the chat box. What do I get the response for the fill up? Click pictures, clicks, click, group thinking. Okay, click, clicks. Let's see if clicks work. I'm getting so many answers for clicks. Let's see if click works. All right. Clicks. Check. Oh, that's wrong. And what are you doing? You are teaching them tenses here. You want to try again? Click on this button. Retry. Okay, clicks is not working. Let me write click. Check. Oh, click is also not working. Let me try again. Is clicking. And let me check now. Now, this is the right response to the clip. Only when the child has written the right response is it going to continue to the next part of
Rajit ma'am, are you there?
going to make the I'm going to share my screen once again. And here I am. Can you see my screen? Dr. Salam, is my screen visible? Can I go on?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. You can go
All
ahead.
right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And then bingo, one more game to, explore and expand. What happens in bingo? With bingo, you are going to generate a card of words. Okay, sight words, for example. You have to click on generate a card. This card will be generated, and this is a very important, beautiful activity for a hybrid classroom, wherein you are announcing, you are speaking out. Okay, now mark the word. They are going to have this not on your screen, they will have this on their screens. You are the ones who is going to give them clues, and they will start marking. So it's like a housey, this is like a tambola that you play. कि जिसका पहले diagonal kata, row kati, column kata, they are going to be winners. The children are going to listen to you very, very carefully. So this is one sight words for kindergarten, maybe. Okay, a word that rhymes with pan. And they are going to go on. Okay, which word rhymes with pan? Which word rhymes with? Okay, here it is, can. And just strike it off. Right? A word that a preposition or a pronoun that is used for more than one person. A pronoun that is used for more than one person. What is it? Is it he? Is it she? No, it is they. And they strike it off. So the one who is going to, when you are playing this game, when the children are online, they will play it virtually. And if the children are there in the class, you can take a printout of the same. You can take a printout of this card, and you can share this card with them, and all of them are engaged in playing. And what is happening? Listening, speaking, reading, every skill you are developing in the class, every skill. Beautiful activity. And then the last but not the least, as we call, to evaluate and to assess, right? So many people, and most of the time, what we do is we use evaluation and assessment as synonyms. No, guys, it's different. There is a difference. The primary objective of using every tool depends upon whether you are going to evaluate or whether you are going to assess. So assessment is kind of a feedback from the student to the instructor about the learning of the student. आप उनको मार्क नहीं कर रहे हैं, आपने सिर्फ ये चेक करना है कि उसने सीख लिया, उनको आता है क्या, ये सीख लिया उन्होंने, देख लिया उन्होंने, पढ़ लिया उन्होंने, आ गया उनको समझ में. Or as we say, evaluation is something which is pen and paper test and quizzes, and so many things are there. So you can use all these tools that you see on my screen for evaluation plus assessment, right? So one is Google Forms, which we've been using forever now since we have gone online. The most beautiful part of assessment of this is that you can use videos, audios, you can use images to construct questions. So for example, this is a small format of English grammar test that I have constructed. You can have multiple type of questions also. You can have written questions, long questions, short questions, a multiple grid, a multiple choice, a drop down, one answer, two answers. There are so many options available for you to design this kind of evaluation. Then, a reading response choice board is also one of them, where you can use Google Docs actually to construct this design board or a choice board. Aapne ek lesson padhaya, and these are the activities that you have designed for them. Depending upon the interest of the child, depending upon the capability of the child, every child is capable, I keep on repeating, you can do so many activities with them. See, I have created a choice board for the children. You can create a die, you can create a word, you can create a book review, you can create a character description, you can make a collage. So the people or the children who are more interested in drawing and everything, they are definitely going to choose a collage. Artistic children. The children who are good with literature, they are going to have poems, right? And the children who are really creative, or the children who are very good with tech tools, they can definitely go with online book review also. They are going to be more interested in going to a website of the school or of your class and then designing an activity for them. So this is one choice board, and I'm not going to go into book creator. I'll come back if I have time, because this is a little descriptive. This is one tool I will give you for making projects. Book creator. You can create beautiful projects with this. See, a project that has been created, you can ask the children to create a project, and what we are doing is page by page. See, they have this is all constructed by children. You can take responses from them, you can ask them to create. So after they have learned it, what are they going to do more? आपने assessment भी कर लिया, आपने उनकी teaching learning भी कर ली, अब क्या, right? So now you can ask them, whatever you have learned, apply it, so that our energies are, you know, better in doing that. And now the last part that we come to is reflections, right? The teacher has to have the reflections. How can we create reflections? How are the children going to demonstrate their learning? So there are a few things you can do, which is like blogs. You can go to blogs, let the children create a blog. So this is one, a blog created by a small child of class 4. See, a class 4 child writing a poem, created a blog, and the teacher and the principal and the classmates, they can go and give feedback, they can go and give comment. So this is what the child is representing in the reflection. Then there are websites. Google Sites is one app or tool that is used for free. You can ask the children to create a small project on their own. Again, this project, trust me, has been created by a class 6 child, right? They have created a home. I gave them the project, or the teacher gave them the project on animals of the sea. And see how they have created Pacific Ocean, right? In Pacific Ocean, which all animals are there, and what all is given, what all are the features, right? In Atlantic Ocean. So these are the pages, web pages. Again, I would like to dig into all these Google tools sometime later, because I love working with Google tools. But this is one of the ways also you can ask the children to design a project or to show you what is what they have learned. And then there is Google Maps, a beautiful way, again, as I say, of making them consolidate their skills and cement their learning. You can create a map. You can create a Google map activity, wherein you can giving them a video. See the video in Japan about, this is about the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, what all happened. So what you're giving them, you are giving them individual styles also. You are giving them places, mark the places. They will never forget the places ever again. Who all were there in the World War II, which all countries were involved, which were allies, which were enemies, which were the wars, what happened with Japanese attack, where did the Japanese attack happen. They are never going to forget the dates or the lines or the measurements or the places or the events when you make it gamified for them, when you design all gamification lessons for them. And in the end, okay, let me just, if I can, yeah. So this is one. I will stop. I have stopped the slideshow. This is one small game that you can design, a simple slides mania. I would like to show you the website, wherein you get so many choice boards and so many activities that you can construct for free. Templates available, and there are free templates available. You just have to go and dive in. You just have to go see the templates are there. Happy holidays. And choice boards, if I can give you choice boards, or for learning or for fun, simple, all these presentations are there. You just have to go dive in, make a little change here or there. See, happy winters. You can play this game with the children. Just design your choice board on this. And there are wonderful things that you can do with this slides mania. And this woman, she designs it all. She started for her small child, and now it is running worldwide, right? Just the small presentations that she's designed. And this is one activity I've taken from Slides Mania, wherein the child is going to drag in maybe the box, and then you ask them, make a diagonal word, pick out the letters from here and write a word which starts with, which has the letters A and B. Or write a 2-letter word, write a 3-letter word, write a 4-letter word, construct a sentence, make it diagonal, write the nouns, write the pronouns, prepositions, make use of this preposition to make a sentence, right? All these activities you can design from here. And this is a collaborative activity. You ask the whole class to come on this, and what they do is they just each child drags the box and they start writing what they have to write in this. And you are watching them do this live, right? So again, I say your time gets saved and children enjoy. And this is how, oh, there are so many tabs open on my screen. This is how you gamify the classroom. This is how
I think Madam is cut off again. Participants, you will be sharing the links to your email along with the video.
unmute yourself. So I wrap up here with my gamification. These are all the tools and strategies and models with which you can gamify your classroom. And if you have any queries, I am here. Please shoot. Please go on.
So thank you so much, Narjeet ma'am. The chat box is actually full of appreciation. So now we come to the question hour. So if we have any questions and queries, we can raise hands and we will take the questions.
I know maths and science teachers are the ones who really look for tools to gamify their classroom because they are a little, these subjects do not interest children a lot. You have to put in a lot of effort to make them interested in maths and sciences, math and sciences. So definitely I am going to share a lot of tools with you to gamify your math classrooms. Yes, Madhura?
Madhura ma'am is there, so if we can. Salam sir, can they unmute themselves?
You can unmute. You can invite them to unmute.
Okay. All right. So Madhura, you can.
Then they might be judgment.
Madam, please click on unmute.
Good evening, all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, can we use Hindi font in all these slides or sites?
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. You can use Hindi font. You can use any regional language. You just have to have Google Translate, and anything that you want to do, just translate and bring it here, or you can use the tools from here. There are so many add-ons also. You know, there are so many add-ons to directly start typing in the language that you want, and Google is supporting Indian regional languages now. So definitely that is an option, open option for you.
Okay, next, Smita ma'am. Kindly unmute yourself, ma'am.
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Please ask.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. The same question, ma'am. I'm a Hindi teacher and I want to ask ma'am that ये जो जितनी भी लिंक उन्होंने शेयर की हैं, क्या वो हिंदी में भी आ सकती हैं क्या? जितना
सब आ सकता है मैम, सब कुछ आ सकता है. मैं आपको दिखाऊं. देखिए, अब आपने यहाँ से फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने ये उठाया, ठीक है, ब्रेनस्टॉर्म ये वाला मैंने कॉपी करा. आपको ये इंग्लिश में मिला कहीं से, या आपने कॉपी करा, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, come here, Google Translate. बहुत आसान है ये सब करना आपके सबके लिए. यहाँ पर आप गो जाइए, आपकी लैंग्वेज कौन सी है, डिटेक्ट करेगा वो लैंग्वेज. हिंदी, ABCDEFGH, where is H Hindi?
I'm just
down,
right?
Last one in the second.
This is the English one, and then I want to translate it to Hindi. So I am going to Ctrl+V, which is paste, and it is translating. तुम क्या सोचते हो, सवाल पूछो, और आपने क्या करना है, यहाँ से सिर्फ इसको कॉपी करना है, Ctrl+C, and okay, मैं here come back and Ctrl+V. तो आपका हिंदी में सब कुछ हर लैंग्वेज में ट्रांसलेट हो जाएगा. एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल. और आप जितने भी टूल्स हमने अभी देखे, आप उसको हिंदी में यूज कर सकते हो, क्योंकि उसमें आपने लिखने क्वेश्चंस आपने लिखने हैं, उनको क्वेश्चंस आपने देने हैं, तो आप जिस लैंग्वेज में चाहो सब कुछ यूज कर सकते हैं।
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
प्लेजर प्लेजर।
Leena Nair, ma'am, you can ask.
Hello, good evening, everyone. A very interesting and enriching session indeed. My question was that, ma'am, you showed the use of slide deck. How is it different as compared to the normal Microsoft PPT?
It's not different, only the platforms are different. My PPT is with Microsoft, slide deck is with Google, because I am a Google supporter trainer. I'm using slide deck. You use Microsoft, you go ahead and use PPTs. Every set of tool has its own advantage.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So you are using PPT, please use PPT. The end result should be that you should be able to engage children in gamification in the class. So you can use any tool, you can use any platform, any LMS.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank
Pleasure,
you.
pleasure.
Bhupinder Kaur, ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, first of all. And it was a very nice session, ma'am. Here I just want to clarify, inform you everyone. जैसे मैम ने बोला ये ट्रांसलेशन के लिए जा रहे हैं, जैसे उन्होंने किया है, instead of that, just download Google Input. अगर आप गूगल इनपुट राजभाषा डाउनलोड कर लेते तो एनी लैंग्वेज इट विल बी वेरी इजी. जैसे आप इंग्लिश में टाइप करते हैं वैसे ही हिंदी में भी कर सकते हैं. एंड यस, जैसे मैम ने बताया है, पूरा ये जो भी गेम हम खेल रहे हैं वो हिंदी फॉन्ट्स में भी कर सकते हैं. एंड वी आर यूजिंग इन आवर स्कूल. तो बच्चों के साथ, एंड दे आर वेरी मच इंटरेस्टेड फॉर हिंदी लैंग्वेज ऑल्सो. So thank you once again. Number of apps you have informed us. So it's nothing but we have to browse it and we have to get बहुत आसानी से हम लोग बच्चों के साथ खेल सकते हैं ये सब. Thank you.
आप इसको हिंदी में करके देखिए एक बार. देखिए मैं आपको दिखा रही हूँ, स्क्रीन पे दिखा रही हूँ. ठीक है, हिंदी में अगर हम लोग लिखते हैं, देखिए अगर मैं लिखूं, मैं इंग्लिश में टाइप कर रही हूँ सब कुछ. क्या
जी.
आपके पास, देखिए वो आपको कितने सारे ऑप्शंस दे रहा है. ठीक है, दिस इज व्हाट भूपिंदर मैम हैज ट्राइड टू टेल अस अबाउट गूगल ट्रांसलेट. एक ऐसा टूल है जो गूगल इनपुट्स की तरह भी काम करता है, ट्रांसलेशन की तरह भी काम करता है. देखिए मैं सब कुछ अपने कीबोर्ड से इंग्लिश में लिख रही हूँ. क्या आपके पास रिजल्ट, तो आपको दिखेगा कौन सा वर्ड, ये रिजल्ट लिखना है, रसूलत लिखना है, ये रिजल्ट लिखना है, मुझे रिजल्ट है. See, it is working like Google tools also, it is working like translation also. Very simple, very simple. और हाँ, जब आप input tools कर डाउनलोड करते हैं तो आप डायरेक्टली यहाँ पर एड-ऑन्स में भी बहुत सारे आपको टूल्स मिलेंगे. कभी एक्सप्लोर करिए जाके. एड-ऑन्स में आप जितने टूल्स कर सकते हैं, डेफिनेटली उतनी हेल्प आपको स्लाइड डेक्स बनाने में और गेमिफिकेशन करने में मिलेगी.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I think we have no more raised hands. So sir, can we wind up now?
Can I stop sharing if we are going to wrap up now?
I think Shija TM has raised hand now, just now.
Yes, Shija,
Yes.
ma'am. Please tell me.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Now
Yes, ma'am,
I'm
you are audible.
I'm
Yes,
audible.
yes, yes.
Okay. But when I'm taking that book creator, and when I'm clicking on some options, they are asking only in the paid version it is available like that.
No.
Then
Let me
it's
share.
absolutely free. Or?
It's absolutely free. See, every tool is free. Whatever I have shown you is free. आप एडवांस फीचर्स के लिए जाओगे, ग्रुप के लिए जाओगे तो आपको पे करना पड़ेगा. फीचर्स सबके फ्री हैं एंड बेसिक फीचर्स जो हमें बच्चों के लिए चाहिए. लेट मी सी बुक क्रिएटर कहाँ आपको दिख रहा है.
बुक क्रिएटर. ओके मैम.
ठीक है, लेट मी सी बुक क्रिएटर.
Yeah.
Click on this book creator and then you are going to be taken to
Okay.
this website, right? Herein, यहाँ पर हमने लॉग इन करना है या लॉग आउट करना है. देखिए ये प्लान्स हैं, अपग्रेड करने के प्लान्स. उसके बिना ये मेरा free चल रहा है. This is my free plan. I have not upgraded, right? So what you do is you create a new book here. You want to create from a template. See, from a template, there are so many templates, magazine, books, and themes. So many templates are there. Click on any of the templates. For example, I want to give a holiday homework of making English teachers का बड़ा favorite है ये newspaper design करने का homework. तो हम लोग newspaper design करा, आपने उनको एक template दिया, ठीक है? See here. Now these are features. अब आपको unlock करने पड़ेंगे. Now the child can do what? The child can drag and drop, and the child can use its own creativity to do whatever they want with the with this. And then you can create more pages. ये प्लस पे जाएंगे, नया पेज आएगा, नए शेप्स आएंगे. You want to drag and drop a a bubble here. You want to drag. There are so many things you can do with this. You want to import media. You want to insert a camera. You want to use a pen. This pen maybe to color. So this is all creativity, and it is all free, ma'am. All free. आप एक बार और try करिए, सब free है.
Okay.
Now we have 3 more hands raised. Sir, can we take it or shall we wind up? Sir, we have 3 more hands. Okay. We'll take Mini, ma'am. Yeah. Mini, ma'am, you can unmute. Yeah, please.
हेलो मैम एक प्राइमरी टीचर है, एक हिंदी टीचर है. हिंदी प्राइमरी क्लास के बच्चों को सिखाने के लिए एक आसान मार्ग आप बताइए.
हिंदी सिखानी है बच्चों को?
हाँ, हिंदी सिखाने के लिए
गेमिफाई करना है. चलिए देखते हैं. एक नियर पॉड और है मेरे पास, बहुत टूल्स. ये नियर पॉड है, आप यहाँ पर जाइए, ठीक है? एक लेसन कंस्ट्रक्ट कर सकते हो, और या फिर आप सर्च भी कर सकते हैं, tools for teaching हिंदी. edtech tools है ना? तो ये देखिए आपके आप काम आएगा. ये सारा बेस्ट टीचर्स को काम आसान बनाएंगे. कौन से टूल्स हैं ये सारे, आप उनको जाइए, आप उनको देखिए. ये देखिए आपको कन्वर्ट करने के लिए भी अपने आप आ जाएंगे. ये सारे टूल्स हैं. इमेज टूल एक है, देखिए. प्लान बोर्ड एक टूल है. राइट अबाउट एक
Okay, so I think there is some connectivity issue. Ma'am will be back, but I think it is clear now, Mini ma'am.
Participants were asking for the links, the tools links, which we can, email them with this video.
Narjeet ma'am, you are not audible to us.
She is experiencing connectivity issues. So, Abha madam, I have shared the feedback and certificate link in the chat box. You can.
Yes, sir, it is shared.
I have already shared. You can tell them.
Yes, it is.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, now you're audible, ma'am. In between, sometimes.
Yeah, as I was telling, that it is raining really hard here, and my connection maybe has gone in between. But yeah, so this is the end. And if you have, if I am able to share, I am going to share the entire presentation with Salam sir. If we can share it with you, all the edtech tools that are there, more than them also, and you're good to go in the classrooms.
Yeah, that will be great, ma'am. But we have 3 more hands raised. Sir, should we take them, or we can wind up now? Okay, I think one last question I'll take. Sunita Thorat, ma'am, you can ask. And then we'll wind up. Sunita, ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. मैम यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा नेटवर्क इशू था, तो आपने जो टूल्स बताए हैं वो मुझे समझ में नहीं आए, तो उसके लिए मुझे सिर्फ आप टूल्स के नाम बता सकते हो कि आपने कौन से बताए?
मैं टूल्स के नाम
सिर्फ टूल्स के नाम तो हम लोग उसमें कर सकते हैं.
Madam, we will share this video.
Okay,
you can see it. you will get your tool's name and all. And also we will share you the link, tool link and
Okay,
all.
sir.
Dr.
Okay, sir.
Narjit ma'am,
Yes, sir.
please
Sure.
share the links with me. We will email to every participant.
Absolutely, sir. I'll do that. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll share the entire list of the edtech tools that I've used. I
Correct.
have not used. So many tools are there. I'll share everything.
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Over to next, Madam Rani Katamcha.
Yes. Rani ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Abba ma'am, please enable yeah.
I'm doing that, sir. I'm doing that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, ma'am, you are, we can see you.
Ma'am, I want feedback form.
Ma'am, it has already been sent in the chat. Just kindly check it, please. Salam sir has already shared.
But ma'am, that time my mobile is switched. Mobile battery is
Again
gone
we
now.
will share. Not to worry. Again, we will share that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
The chat has been disabled actually. So now.
Yes, chat disabled.
So, ma'am, have you attended the previous sessions by Bharat Sahodya?
No, this is my first.
All right. Okay. Okay. So you have received the mail, right? From sir. So we will send you the link again. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Which link?
Sir, if you can share the link again, sir.
Which link? Certificate.
Actually, the mobile got switched off, so she could not get the link, and she is first time attending our session.
Yes, yes, yes. Shared in the chat box.
Yes. And it's a humble request to all the participants out here, those who are attending it for the first time. You can always explore Bharat Sahodya's YouTube channel and the Facebook page. So all the videos are shared on the YouTube a day or two later. Okay, so you can always access the video again if you want to go back and check for the information, right?
And also this link is permanent in whichever
this link
session
is
we attend.
permanent, yeah. This link is always, you can use the link, same link. So, sir, can we wind up now, or we have to
Two
take,
hands
like,
are raised up. Let us clear. Dr. Narjit,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah, I'm here, sir. I'm here. As many questions. Not a problem.
I am not able to read the name. Pamli Pam is the name. You can unmute yourself. Madhura, ma'am, you can, Madhura, sorry, she's already asked.
Once
Madhura
again,
has already asked.
yeah. No, ma'am, I had just one common query. I always do the GPay for my certificate, and in GPay, we don't get any identification code. So in link, it becomes difficult for us to fill any identity transaction ID. So is there any other option you can put it there for that column?
Madam, whichever transaction you do, you will get a reference number. In GPay also, you go to the transaction history, you will see it. You have to go to the transaction history.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Let us wind up. I think Indumati, one more question. Okay.
Okay.
Abba ma'am, please.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible very much.
Thank you very much. Actually, this is the first time I'm attending, and it was a lovely session. Most of the tools, actually, I am in UAE, a teacher in UAE. We use most of the tools mentioned by, but some of them were new. But I have a query to Dr. Abdul Salam. I had registered for that for your new earlier I was in the Transformers group. Now you have changed the group, but then I didn't get an ID from you.
Whoever has registered, please check your email. Sometimes it goes to the spam mail also. So you have to check there also. If
because to get the certificate, I have to give my ID, right?
Yes. If you don't get it, please send me a message. I'm giving to many. Thank you. So let's wind up. Abba Singh, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So I would just like start by saying that, ma'am, the chat box and the verbal appreciation which you have got itself, reveals that how wonderful was the session. Not many appreciations are there. So my very humble and heartfelt gratitude to you, Dr. Narjeet Kaur ma'am, for explaining this concept and so beautifully, and guiding us on various edtech tools. My most humble thanks to Abdul Salam sir for assigning this task of moderation for the 5th time to me. A very special thanks to Arun Mohan sir for all the technical support and also giving a nice introduction. I also thank Mr. Arafat and the other Sahodaya members for all their supports. At the end, I express gratitude from core of my heart to all the participants for their participation and also being active participants. Thank you all once again. I'm stopping
Thank you so
here
much.
with the
Thank
hope
you
to
so
meet
much.
you all again.
Ma'am, let
in
me
another
thank you also for moderating. Let me thank Dr. Salam for giving me an opportunity to present a session here. It was lovely meeting you all. And I love doing such sessions wherein there is so much of interaction. There are so many participants. So thank you, Abba ma'am. Thank you, Salam sir. And I really hope that we will meet soon in the near future as well.